Right. And finally, the 2017 Nero. So, thoughts on this one, Stephen?
2017 was a pretty good year. Certainly much better than 16 as far as trying to handle the fruit, get it in, and get it ripe and cleanly into the cellar. I think it's a good wine so far. This is, of course, as we say, a work in progress.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think that my first
nice.
impression that it's a little closed still. It hasn't fully developed, but it's on its way. So I'm not getting as robust of aromas out of it as I was some of the other ones. That's my perspective anyway. But
Now this one,
I think it's.
I get
I'm
more
sorry.
tannin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a much
You get a little
drier
more-
palate to this.
I mean, a little more,
absolutely.
like the last one, I didn't get like the tartness that I'm getting with
Yeah.
this one. This is a little more of that, like you said, like a tart cherry.
Yep, and that
So
is some of the youngness, and that'll come around.
It's a
being
work in
barrel.
progress. Yeah.
But
I
I
like
do
the
definitely
tannin at this point
get more
because
tannin.
that's what we want at this point, and it's not too rough and astringent in that way, like it's unbalanced in that regard. And again, I'm glad we're having this tasting because
Me too.
We don't need to do this all the time.
now that sounds silly, but I'm glad we're doing it and doing it in an atmosphere like this as opposed to just standing between the barrels in the cellar, which is pretty cool in its own right. But this is a little less clinical, so to speak, and it really lets you enjoy the wines from a different perspective. And I'm liking the way this one is showing now as well.
Yeah.
Even though it's a young wine.
I hope we have a lot of this.
I think we do actually.
This is no.
I like it
I'm
already.
very.
Yeah, so,
I
I
like it
can-
already.
When
Yeah.
it sits for a few years. It's
Yeah.
really good.
It
It
is
is.
kind of opening up with that
Yeah,
spice. Again, that spice.
and that's another thing is like when you take it out of the barrel or even just out of the bottle, letting it open up for 15, 20 minutes will change your wine.
Yeah.
Getting air into
Just
it,
decanting
swirling it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an old wine to decant. You can decant a younger wine too. And temperature will play into that too. So some people prefer to put a red in the fridge for 10 minutes before opening, and
Quite pleasant.
as it warms up you will taste different things. But sometimes when we taste in the cellar, because the cellar is kept cold,
Yeah.
we do taste it at a different temperature than we're tasting it now. So
Yeah.
that can sometimes play into it. So it might be
Absolutely.
beneficial to do both from here
Absolutely.
on out.
It really is.
Yeah.
We'll just start lining these up,
Yeah.
quickly, right?
We'll do Sanjo next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
No, but that is true. And you taste in the cellar. The cellar is usually cooler
Yes.
than when you're sitting out on a day like that. And when the wine is cooler, it's going to accentuate things like astringency or even bitterness or even acidity. And it's not going to show necessarily quite the same balance as it is when you're sitting out here and enjoying it, casually.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Okay. All right. So this is our last one here. So any final thoughts on the Nero?
I will say that we love Nero so much and it's going so well. We're actually planting some more of it. So we're doing this cool little thing called Grow a Grapevine at the end of April, where you can kind of plant your own roots at Piccione Vineyards and in Swan Creek, or the Swan Creek AVA, where you can come out, kind of adopt a vine. You get to plant it yourself. Has a tag, you put your name on it, and it will forever be a part of Piccione Vineyards, which therefore you kind of are. And so we are expanding our acreage on Nero because it has been in such high demand for us and does so well. And the more we make, the more we can experiment with and do
Yes.
different things. And like you guys touched on earlier, maybe something we end up blending with. Right now we love it so much 100%. We're not blending as much, but it'll be nice to have the option to kind of play with it.
All right, and what you were just talking about, could people at home go to the website or Facebook
Yes.
and sign up to?
All of the above. So we try to keep everything on our Instagram, Facebook, but you can always find out everything about our events or different things going on our website under our events page.
So be sure to follow Piccione on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything.
All of those things.
social media.
Yes.
Just stop by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or stop by.
Come back.
Try their fabulous wines. You'll love them. I guarantee it.